Always Extra on a Monday. We know it's like gift buying time. Brenda and I were talking about shopping, and yeah, so we are trying to help you guys with a little bit of gift idea inspiration. And so I love this, the Portland Kitchen Store Kitchen Caboodle. It's been around since 1975. Voted as one of the top 25 kitchen stores over the past 25 years in the country, which is kind of cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's an honor.
Yeah. So here are 5 gift ideas that they love in their stores right now. They say that are good to give anyone. And then as you watch this, kind of think about what kitchen gadget do you use the most? What is like the best tool in your drawer?
The most unique and useful kitchen gadget that you have in your home.
Okay.
Holidays inside a great kitchen store are so fun, and Kitchen Caboodle, which has 4 locations from Portland to Beaverton to Hillsborough, is where it's at. Beautiful servingware, fun linens, helpful staff, the music, the holiday decor just gets you in the spirit. Paul Olguin at the Northeast Portland store is our gift guide. Let the countdown begin. Number 1, a Dutch oven.
I'm kind of partial to the red. These are made by Staub, a French company that has been making beautiful enameled cast iron for many, many years. And they also have the advantage of seeing what's cooking with the glass lid. A great gift for any cook. You can make stews and soups and bake bread. A lot of our Portlanders are bread bakers these days, and something that's going to last for decades.
Number 2, a cast iron pan.
Finex, born and built right here in Portland, Oregon. And these are gorgeous heirloom cooking pieces. This particular one's a 12-inch fry pan. It's made of cast iron, pre-seasoned. It's got this beautifully designed handle. Great innovation. They have this octagonal shape which just allows you to pour from any direction, and they're durable and they're basically guaranteed forever. So it's the kind of thing you can buy, use for 30 years, and then give it to your children to use for another 30 years or longer.
Number 3, a good sharp knife.
7-inch chef knife. So it's a pretty good size for most folks. And it's just an incredible value. Normally a knife like this is close to $150. And we bought a whole bunch from Zwilling, and they gave us an incredible price, so we can offer it for $79.99. Really good knives are always a perfect gift for graduates or moms or dads or kids moving out on their own, because they will tend not to spend what they need to spend to get a really good knife.
Number 4, the BUNDT pan is back, and not just for your grandma.
It's like bringing something special to a party. So it's not just a pan with a cake in it, it's this beautiful creation. So this is my favorite of all of our BUNDT pans because it's like a little forest. And so when you go to cut the pieces, you kind of each get a little tree, and you could decorate it with powdered sugar, make it look like snow. And they've been around for a long time, and they're made by Nordic Ware, which is a U.S. company, and they're made in the U.S. And they're beautiful, and you can leave them out. They're decorative as well. This one is just sort of very festive, like little stained glass windows. And then this one I also really like, kind of a crown. So yeah, everybody can get their BUNDT cake on.
And number 5, you gotta have a good kitchen drawer gadget.
This thing is called a spoonula, which first of all is really fun to say. But it's a really useful tool in the kitchen. It's got the qualities of a spoon, so you can scoop things up, but also the qualities of a spatula, so you can get every ounce of that sauce or that batter. Super easy to clean. They're made out of silicone, so they're really, really safe and really long-lasting, very innovative, great name, and a good gadget for the cook who has everything already.
Then one final treat recommendation from the staff.
They are milk chocolate maple bourbon pecans.
Bourbon pecan. This is the last bag in the store.
Yeah, we probably have some at our other stores, but this is the last bag at Broadway right now.
All right, shove this in your stocking stuffer and you are set for the holidays. All right, what gadgets do you guys like the most?
I was just thinking, though, before we got there, the greatest invention since the spork.
Whoa.
It's the spoonula.
Yeah.
The spoon and the
Gotta have a
spatula.
cute name.
That is a cute name.
Yeah.
Since we brought up this topic, you would think that I'd have one of those floating around my head. Like the thing that I use or we use in our kitchen most often that we would not want to go without. I didn't want people to say like the refrigerator or the oven. Like those seem too
Yeah.
obvious. But like
Very
something
important.
more gadgety. I don't have an answer for you.
I have
think
two.
about it.
Go.
Number one is cheap, but I love it. The little thing when you open up wine, this kind of clips on the top and you twist
the
the wine
foil
bottle
cutter.
and it cuts the foil.
The foil cutter.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
My life was miserable before we got
Yes.
that. And then number two, we have the little, I don't know how much this costs, but the little gizmo that you pour your milk into and it steams
Oh.
or froths the milk if you want to make a cappuccino or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
We have that little
That's
gizmo,
fancy.
which I really like.
That's
We got
cool.
a lot of use out of our chip clips.
Yeah.
Chip clips are fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
You know what? I could use a nice like a pancake skillet. Because we used to have one that, like, you know, we stuck it underneath, and you'd bring it out, and I'd plug it in, and it had its own like temperature dial, and it seemed
Like a griddle.
Yeah, griddle. Thank you. What did I say?
Griddle.
Pancake skillet.
So a griddle, an
we knew what you
elongated
meant.
griddle.
You did?
Absolutely.
That's nice. I need a griddle
Electric
because here's what happened. This thing finally gave way. I mean, I had it for like 15 years, and eventually it started like doing the uneven cooking thing.
Oh, yeah.
So me, I was like, that thing's got to go, and it would always like kind of spark too when I plugged it in.
Ooh.
Anyways, then we got some very like this simple one that just goes on top of the burners. And I cannot get those two burners dialed in correctly. Like this side is cooking it too hot, and this side's not enough. And I'm like, they seem to be dialed in the same spot. Okay, I'll adjust it. Next thing I know, this side's burning. I don't like it.
Yeah, the electric griddle's nice.
Yeah, I want
The electric
one of
griddle,
those.
thank you.
Our like electric part years ago fell off or did something, but yeah, that's a good one.
Right.
What else do we use? We've got a Dutch oven that we use all the time.
Yeah.
I love the clear lid on the one that
That's
you
a cool,
profiled.
new thing.
So you don't have to lift it up. What else do we use? I mean, just good knives are huge. What else do we use?
And sharpening your knives. Like I've never once, I mean, I have the little home
Yep,
thing.
same.
But I just found a place in our neighborhood that you just drop off your knives and they're ready same day and they sharpen them up for you because it makes a huge difference.
Yes.
I love like a zester. The little,
Yes.
like to zest limes, lemons,
Yes.
to grate
Oranges.
ginger or garlic. Like we use that all the time. I love the wine foil cutter, like you mentioned, and the aerator, where you would open the bottle and then you pour it through the thing, and it puts all the bubbles in there, so it tastes like it's been open longer. Cuisinart, however you want to say it, processor. I hate washing that thing because there's so many freaking parts to it, and my husband hates washing that
What
thing.
are you talking about again?
Like a
Cuisinart.
food processor.
Food processor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But the other day I needed a grate, like a pound of cheese for something. And I'm like, I'm not gonna sit there and do this. And so I had the little attachment that's the disc that goes on top, and you just, I mean, in like 1 minute, zoom, next piece of cheese, zoom, and it was done. And I'm like, I gotta wash this thing. But like, it's the best.
It is. I take our little, like, you know, if you have reusable straws, like whatever, they have a cleaner.
Oh,
that
right.
goes- I take that and get in
That's a
the,
good
you know,
idea.
different
Yeah.
areas of the Cuisinart.
So many crevices.
Also, we got a Vitamix for the first time
Oh,
this year.
yeah.
What have you been
Love,
using it
love,
on?
love. All kinds of things, smoothies, like sauces, soups,
Yeah.
you name it.
Yeah.
We turn like frozen fruit into ice cream. It's
Oh, wow. Just leave it
amazing.
on?
Yeah, just
Oh, wow.
just that, nothing else in it. a
I
little bit of
don't
milk.
understand how when you do the soups and you leave it on for a certain amount of time and it heats it like to hot soup
Yeah.
pouring out. Ice cream, that motor is not, it's churning it into ice cream or whatever.
Go figure.
Okay.
It's magic.
It keeps cold things cold
Yes.
and warm things hot.
Yeah, it's
okay.
good.
That's why you're a journalist. You have
I
to
don't understand these things.
Hearing from, among others this morning, Willie Huey.
Yeah.
What's up, Westland Willie? He says, having small kids, our best little gadget is the one-move apple slicer. Just place the apple on top, press down, whammy.
Wham.
Yeah.
Yum.
You've got your slices.
Peanut butter.
Yeah. That is,
I'm in.
That's a good one. We don't have one of those.
We had a good comment or a good suggestion from one of our all-time favorites, Ginny Carlson. Where'd you go, Ginny? She's here somewhere. Oh, the mini waffle makers that make the waffles in cool shapes.
I have one of those too, and I haven't used it yet, but I have it.
I love waffles.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh my goodness,
Oh, I
Brenda,
love
you should have been at our house on Saturday morning.
Really?
Mia's been doing sourdough waffles since the beginning of the pandemic.
sourdough.
She got this from. I should get the
Never had
information.
that.
Because she bought the starter pack from these women in like Damascus or Happy Valley, I forget where, but you know, local, and it was just like seeds. like sourdough starter seeds.
Oh yeah, and then you like make.
And from those seeds, you start the what do you call that? The base or the
seeds. You water it and bread grows.
But this one little thing, she's kept it going now. This thing has been sitting on our counter and just kind of like transfers one to the other. And we've been going now since March of 2020.
Yeah.
And it does make the most delicious, fluffy, but crisp on the outside, chewy on the inside.
Do you like waffles or pancakes?
I don't know how to make waffles that well.
Crispier. Really?
I'd probably enjoy waffles more.
Yeah.
I like that you can stick a lot more things in pancakes, be it bacon or
chocolate
chips or bananas, blueberries, of course.
Wait a minute. So let's get back to the starter thing, because that would be a good gift.
I'm kind of screwing up the explanation, I think.
No, I totally get it. Is it only, can you use that? Because don't they do that with bread sometimes? What else do they do that with?
I think it's really, I mean, with these little things that he's talking about, it's really specific to sourdough.
And it didn't
you
cost
have
much
to
to get
have
the
like the
seeds.
germ, is it called?
I don't know. Does anybody know? Send me a link.
And I don't know what
I
she
need to
added
find
to it,
out
but I
what
think it
that
was like
is.
water and one other thing.
Yeah.
And it's been feeding us for a year and a half.
Nice.
That is yummy.
Sean Watts says his old savory roasting pan is what I can't live without, but mainly because it's been in the family for at least 3 generations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just to answer Willie Huey's question, real sourdough waffles, Willie. He's asking, are they real sourdough waffles? Yes.
But you can probably find the fake sourdough waffles if you look hard.
Wolfsburg Warehouse on YouTube, good morning. He's talking about those standing mats are designed to function when people are both sitting and standing up. The kitchen department has them. Have you seen those?
No.
They're like, you just put them on the floor like in front of your sink or something.
Okay.
Or like areas where you stand a lot. And it's that really cushy, yeah, it's supposed to help your
Yeah, we have one of those.
Your back,
feet and legs
right?
and back and all that
no,
stuff.
that's good.
Those
When
are
you
good.
shred chicken, Nina, how do you shred it usually? How do you shred your own chicken?
Forks or fingers. But I just saw this gadget on Instagram, and it's almost like a little tortilla warmer circle with a lid. And it has these little teeth in there, and you put like a cooked chicken breast in there, and you put the lid on, you go like this, and she opened it, and it was all shredded in like 2 seconds.
Wow.
I'm like, well, that was pretty cool.
You know what I saw this weekend? It was a tortilla blanket. It was a huge round blanket that looked exactly like a flour tortilla. I laughed so hard.
It has like the little brown spots on it or something. That's really hilarious on a
is
couch. Why did you bring that up, by the way? Did someone say it?
I was still confused. Like, oh, you mean it
Shredded
was a real
chicken.
blanket.
It was a blanket.
I brought it up because one of our Sunrise Extra viewers, Tara Janelle, I want to say is her name.
Janelle.
Tara Janelle.
I like
Good morning to you. She says, my favorite kitchen hack and tool for shredded chicken, she boils her chicken and then she shreds it with a hand mixer after she takes it out of the
Oh,
water.
like a beater. Yeah.
Huh, I didn't think that would work so well.
I've heard of
Are
people
they
doing
like
that.
the ones with the kind of weird claws?
Well, either you can go like this, old school, and it twirls the thing, or like the electric beater.
Interesting.
But I would think,
Tara Janelle, we would like to see a video of you doing this.
here's the tortilla blanket. by
Oh
the
my
way.
gosh, Gil
funny.
Ortiz Elmer's German pancakes. That was like a thing when
That's
I was
hilarious.
a little bit younger. Those big poofy with the little butter and powdered sugar and lemon and maple syrup.
Wait, oh, a puff pancake, or what did they
German
call it? Dutch.
pancakes.
What's a Dutch baby?
I don't
Isn't
know
that-
what a Dutch baby is. I just know a German
Dave
pancake.
and the fire guys call them Dutch babies.
Oh, is it
But
the
it is
same
the
thing?
puffed crust, yeah, and then you do lemon juice and the
Yummy.
whatever.
I'm not a
I
huge
haven't
fan of
had
that style of
forever.
pancake. My buddy Steve Hansen, who used to be the photographer with me on Sunrise,
Yeah.
all the time. We'd go to
So
Elmer's.
light.
He would always get the German pancake. Can I give you a hard time through the voice of Willie Huey?
Me?
Willie
Yeah.
Huey's giving you a hard time.
Okay,
I will
bring it
voice
on. What's up?
Willie, in talking about you shredding your
What's
own
up,
chicken,
Willie? Yeah.
describing how you shred it yourself.
Yeah.
With
He says-
forks.
yeah, he says, just look at her biceps. Of course, she just grabs that carcass and tears it apart with her bare hands.
I have been working out, Willie.
That's
Not with chicken, though.
fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Jennifer Taft keeps saying, I need food samples to enjoy this episode. Correct, Jennifer. I will not disagree with you on that. All right.
Yes, Susan Decker talks about throwing her chunks of chicken in the mixer and letting the mixer shred the chicken for her.
I guess, I don't know. I guess anytime we've needed shredded chicken, I've always just baked it until it fell apart, and then I shredded it with a fork. There you go.
Yeah, just 2 forks
Yeah.
like that.
Veronica Gaston says, I love my air fryer, slow cooker,
Yeah.
Ninja blender. My wish is that I'm hoping Santa brings me a KitchenAid mixer with a dough hook. The one I had for 15 years died.
So I thought of that. It came up earlier. You mentioned, was it Veron? No, who was it that talked about her husband being her ex-husband after he 90 days after he brought her a
Okay,
kitchen
this
gadget.
Ginny Carlson
Yeah.
says, house tools for gifts? Nope. Last husband to do that was my ex-husband, only 90 days later.
Wow.
I thought about, like, you know, Mia's never asked for a, what kind of pan did I say we don't have?
Dutch oven.
No. The
griddle, electric griddle.
Oh,
No,
skillet.
too. But the
The
cast
electric
iron.
skillet.
Cast iron.
Oh, a cast iron. Okay.
We don't have a cast iron skillet. My wife is, you know, fantastic in the kitchen because her mom was as well. Her mom, I see, has a bunch of them hanging up in her house. So anyways, I thought about getting a cast iron skillet. She's not asked for one, and I feel like in handing her that, it's like, here,
Cook me
now
something.
make me something. Like, what? You know, isn't that what that gift says?
I grew up.
Make me
I
something.
grew up in a household where you got your father tools,
Right.
you know, and
ties.
mom got like a new vacuum cleaner or whatever. I mean, I just that was the world I grew up in. But I think it was largely because in that world too, finances were really tight. You didn't have the money just to go out and buy something that you actually needed, and you used the Christmas money to do
The
that.
holidays give you the excuse.
But I
to
think
spend.
like she likes to cook, you know, and you're not that type of person of like make me something. So I would think it like would go over of like, oh, thanks, and especially if
long
you
as
tell her the story of like, hey, we've been talking about cooking and like,
As long as it's not the only thing.
yeah.
Right.
But no, I think
would-
it's a good
absolutely.
gift. I would
love
be
that
happy to
one
get.
that you showed with all the angles that you
Finex,
can
yeah.
pour. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
think
cool.
that's a good gift.
How many things do I have to get?
I think you.
So Drew, have you started Christmas shopping yet?
No.
I haven't.
Is it
I
for
mean,
real?
there's not going to be much of it.
But I'll go get some. I'm going to do all my Christmas shopping. I have Friday off. I'll get it all done
You're
on
gonna do
Friday.
it then.
I'll go out. Time I get home, I'll be all done. One day.
We've lightly agreed to just get each other one thing. My sister and I just came to the agreement this weekend about not getting each other anything, which we've done in the past, and then we even talked about not getting our kids things anymore. Yeah, her kids are now 22, 18, and 16. Mine are 14.
Get the 18
and 14.
and 16-year-olds.
But I feel bad. You know, my niece, she's on her own for the first time out there with her own apartment. She could probably use it more than any the other
True.
two. And she said, isn't it silly, though? Basically, you're going to send my kids gift cards. I'm going to send your kids gift cards. Should we just hand them gift cards and save the shipping? Because she's right.
Yeah.
I told her, don't buy them
We do
clothes.
just kids
Yeah.
now.
That's smart.
Yeah.
You know, when we were talking before about, you know, cast iron skillets or whatever, the thing that is so funny to me is sometimes couples, husband, wife, whoever, will give the other person something that they really want.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like that's the worst kind of gift.
I used to do
Like,
that with my brother.
Like
I
you're
get my
buying
brother
that
stuff I
for
want
us.
to play with. Yeah.
Or you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I talked about that on the show. My Father's Day gift this year was the generator that I never
Which
thought
is
about.
hilarious
but that
because a
Mia
lot of
really-
dudes
is
are probably like, this is
hilarious.
awesome, thank you. But, you know, she knows.
Not-
You do, it's a good investment.
It's great for the house.
Yeah. It is a family
I don't
present
even want
for
to say
sure.
great. It's nice for the house.
That's so funny. Last year I got some extravagant, ridiculous jewelry that I would never wear,
Yeah.
like on a regular.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? This is way too much money. I love the thought. Take it back.
Yeah.
And then just buy those French doors for the office.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I
Something
love
for the
it
house,
every-
yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
was good. I was like,
Yeah.
I will say, as the guy, I've gotten my wife jewelry, some nice things, and what she hardly wears, I think, to your point, it's not stuff you would just wear on a day-to-day basis. But on the flip side, it's a lot of money to spend on something just sitting in a
Well,
little
start wearing it on a
box
day-to-day
all the time.
basis.
I'm talking about my wife.
I know. Look, if she's got, you know, if it's
the-
earrings, wear
The
them.
best thing I ever got her were those the diamond
Yeah, she should be
studs for a
wearing
pair of
those. I
ears
would
because
wear
she
those
wears
every
those
single
all the
day.
time.
that's all she wears. She
Oh,
wears them all
good,
the time.
okay.
Yes.
So that was money well spent.
That's great.
Yeah. But the other stuff, I need a refund on.
So what are we going to talk about between now and Christmas? It is, guys, just about 9
can't
days
believe
away now.
that.
Is that right?
What?
4? Well, I was thinking work weekdays. I wasn't counting the weekend.
Oh.
We've got 4 more sunrise extras this week, and then we've got 4 more before Christmas Eve next week. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here.
Let's do you believe in Santa Claus? Let's do that one day.
All right,
That'd be
maybe,
fun.
maybe that's
we gotta
tomorrow.
get us
Probably not. Probably won't be tomorrow.
Stanford says he wants a new yoga mat.
There you go.
Christy
Really?
Shirk
All right.
says, I bought both of us new recliners for Christmas, and we are already enjoying them.
Oh, that's awesome.
like that.
Penny Baxter says, I love my red copper pots and pans.
You
Copper
know,
pots.
I'm not the only one excited for Christmas. We have a hard time. I don't, but other people that I live with have a hard time not wanting to give the gift before Christmas Day.
yeah,
I'm like,
that's
you
true.
can't do that. I
yeah.
did break my own rule yesterday because my daughter's on this baking spree, and she's like, oh, I wish I had another baking mat. I said, do you, Jaden?
Oh, then you just whipped
Because
it
there are
out?
a couple upstairs, and she's like, "Yeah, I want them." So
wow.
I knew, like, so I got her those Silpat ones.
But that's because she's baking something for you. Admit it. You didn't do this for her, did you?
I brought them
Oh
in
yeah,
for
we
you
get
guys.
those treats.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a couple, and I'm like, can't leave them in the house.
Didn't you say that those are available to us after Sunrise Extra?
Yeah.
So
I
why
can
are we
bring
still
them
doing
over.
Sunrise Extra?
Would you like them?
Shouldn't we leave
bring
now?
Yes.
Yes.
Gang, we're going to say goodbye. Just for today, though. Tomorrow we come back and we say hello. We hope you're there. Bye-bye.